Yes, joystick. VGA graphics and ad-lib sounds. Yeah, micropros. Our boys, our homeboys, creators of, well, publisher slash developers of games like XCOM and Roller Coaster Tycoon. Also brought us Sword of the Samurai, which I mentioned in my Ghost of Tsushima, Ghost of the Infinite Tsukiyomi video. Look at how many people worked on music and sound compared to literally everything else in the game. So I mentioned this game in my Goose of the Tsukiyomi, Goose of the Tsuchinoko video, that this game is probably the closest to my ideal samurai game. And it's a really old DOS game. It's from 1989. Oh, by the way. Down, 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 up, 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 up. Okay. And it's old, and I'm limited, Tony, I'm limited by the technology of my time, you know, but, like, this is the game that is the closest that you're gonna get to what I have in my heart and my soul, as this is the samurai game that I want to exist. So before we jump into it, there's basically 3 major gameplay modes of the game that are all shown here at the main menu. So you can practice before actually starting a campaign. So I might as well, like, talk about them here so that I won't have to talk about them while I'm actually playing the game. So there's the one-on-one dueling gameplay, which controls kind of weird. Basically, like, you hold down the directional buttons, your arrow buttons, because this was that era of video games, to move around, but if you hold down Enter, you instead ready your sword to start swinging your sword. And you have to hold down Enter and then hold down a direction that you want to swing your sword, start swinging your sword in. And then you can't move while you're holding down Enter, and you have to let go of the arrow button in order to swing your sword. And this gameplay mode's actually really easy once you kind of, like, get into the rhythm of it, because you figure out that if you're just insanely hyper-aggressive, the computer can't handle you. Can't handle your shit. So, like, let's even try the Nodachi, which is the hardest difficulty, and see. Maybe this was a mistake, but if you're just, like, insanely aggressive, and just like, fuck you, just never stop swinging, they, like, can't stop you. They can't stop your relentless assault. And you can even, like, corner trap them. Just keep swinging. Eventually they can't handle it. They can't handle it. Eventually, he's gonna stop blocking. And just the absolute devastation. But partially I want to show this game because, like, look at this, a samurai game that actually do the samurai. Okay, maybe so the hardest difficulty is wise to my schemes. Ooh, maybe not. But I also want to be like, look at how easy this game would probably be to... Look at that. Just boom, you can't handle it. You can't handle it. Oh, I'm trying to do shit, you can't do shit, because I'm just never gonna stop swinging. I never stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Switch it up, left to right, let's go. Oh, you're fucked. No dachi fucking difficulty. Just never stop swinging. Never stop swinging. Because I also want to be like, look at how easy this game would be to translate into, like, a modern day game. Because look at this dueling system. Let's fucking do Miyamoto Musashi versus Sasaki Kojiro on hard difficulty just to see how that crazy shit goes. Like, this one-on-one dueling system, doesn't this strike you as like, look at how easy this would be to translate into like a Sekiro style boss fight system with the poise and all that shit? The dueling is definitely by far the easiest gameplay mode if you actually know what you're doing. And just, let's do that again, but on Nodachi difficulty, just to see. Just to see how devastating this optimal strategy is. Corner traps. Let's go, just never stop. Never stop. Never stop stopping. And never do stopping, and never stop doing. Oh, devastation. Absolute devastation. Translate that gameplay mode into like a Sekiro-style gameplay with boss fights like you have in Sekiro, and it would work really well with like as a modern game. And then you have the melee encounter, which is basically like your 100-man battle, your 100-man brawl, which is in this game, as you will see, a top-down kind of like army ants kind of thing, where you're controlling your one purple guy. You're always a purple guy. And you're kind of like dungeon crawling, right? But again, this would be really easy to translate to a modern style of gameplay, and you, again, like, just take games that already exist. Oops, shit. So what you got is your bow and arrow is your primary thing. Is your primary doodad. Whoop. And once they get close enough, you automatically pull out your sword. And you just start swinging. Like it's signs. But mostly, what you want to do is keep your distance and fucking bow and arrow anyone that you see. And this is your, like, again, this is gameplay you can very easily translate into modern day games that already exist and just use the gameplay there. This is supposed to be like a one-man army versus like a whole bunch of assailants. Just take like Batman style free flow combat against like a whole crowd of opponents. Right? Wouldn't that work super well, but with like sword? Even Ghost of the I just want to try and come up with like a stupid joke name. GOT of the tiramisu. Did pretty good like crowd-based combat. I didn't like that it didn't have a fucking lock on, but the entire idea of it is it's you either ooh, hey, I'm gonna steal you. You're mine now. I have kidnapped you. You belong to me now. The entire idea of it is either you in a this is like a more of a dungeon or raid the castle kind of scenario, because I'm rescuing or kidnapping a hostage here. But alternatively, it could also be in like a field or a rice paddy. I can't tell if I like dropped her. I don't know. Rescuing or kidnapping people is weird. I can never figure it out. So, like, that was gameplay of you sneaking into a bandit camp or, like, an enemy castle and taking out, like, guards. Whoa, shit. Why is it pulling out the sword this early? Fuck you, musketman. Why is it pulling out the sword so early? Like, this guy's far enough away that I can bow and arrow him. Weird. Usually, like, you have the bow and arrow. Maybe it's just, like, specific to this scenario. But you also have, like, scenarios like that, where you're out in this town or this rice paddy, and you're just taking down hundreds of dudes with your bow and arrow and sword once they get close enough. Again, something you can very easily translate into gameplay that already exists in modern-day games. Take, like, the Batman free flow system, or something like Yakuza Ishin, which has sword combat against multiple assailants, and it's sort of beat-em-up style gameplay. Very easily something that you can take the way it's portrayed in this game and translate it purely using... You don't even have to make some up. Purely just take something that already exists and just use that. And then you have battles, which are incredibly, outrageously rudimentary army style gameplay, where you're controlling an army of samurai. Sort of was an inspiration for Total War Shogun, the original one. And it's very incredibly rudimentary. What you can do is you have your fan, which is your cursor, and you click your fan on your units to control them and direct them and tell them what to do. You can also press the number pad on your keyboard in order to tell them to, like, direct and point them at things. This is the one that's the hardest to translate to, like, a single-player console-style experience, kind of. Come on, retreat, dumbass. Oh, they can't handle it. They can't handle it. They don't know how to retreat. They're samurai. They don't know how to retreat. But you can, I mean, like, other single-player style games have had, like, control your army and like, bring them into combat with you. Games like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, where you, like, have these massive army brawls that are happening, where you're just a single entity in that encounter, but it's still like you're leading a group of men against a military encampment. Nah, I've lost this game. Yeah, this is like the one that's the most held back by the technology of its era, to be sure. It's actually much easier once you get, like, later game units, because like, that's just a basic, like, Unga Bunga style skirmish between two, like, divisions of spearmen. Later in the game, you get stuff like this, with, like, a full squad. It's like, let's take our, archers here. Oop. Their archers are attacking us. Oh yeah, getting them on their flanks. Yep, that's how you do. Take out their cavalry with 2 units. And then send our cavalry in. Yeah, it's very rudimentary, but you can take this style of gameplay, you can even translate it into something like how Assassin's Creed... what was it? Revelations had, like, sort of a tower defense system, almost. Like, this is something you can be creative with. If you wanted to have it be sort of like your character is up on a hill surveying the battle, and you can use some kind of, like, controller interface to direct units, or you can take part in the battle personally and have it be sort of like a more of a Dynasty Warriors thing, where you're elite, not exactly Dynasty Warriors where it's like a 100-man brawl, or a Dynasty Warriors thing where, like, you're just running across the battlefield single-handedly slaying hundreds of thousands of enemies, but in that way where, like, you're leading troops. Or what was it? The 1,000-Year War? Yeah, that was another Koei game, which was based on the Hundred-Year War. Year War game. And, like, Joan of Arc, and yeah, Blade Storm. Yeah, take Blade Storm. Blade Storm would be a perfect idea, conceptually, to bring that kind of... Like, there's games that do this... Each of these three gameplay styles, I'm pointing at the screen like an idiot. Each of these three gameplay styles is something that modern games have done, like, conceptually, that idea has been done with modern games. So you could easily make a modern game using gameplay mechanics that already exist in other games. You don't even have to do anything original. So anyway, the meat and potatoes of the game is the campaign mode, where you name your samurai, and he's obviously going to be the Foxeh samurai. And then choose the province that you want to start in. This is obviously the Sengoku Jidai. So we got all the big players of the Warring States period. We got the Shimazu. We got Chosokabe. Yeah, whatever. All the Total War, all the Shogun Total War boys are here. We got the Toyotomi, which that's actually Kyoto, I believe. Yeah. And then yeah, the Asai. We got. Where's the Oda? Oh no. Where am I? Where am I on the map? There we are. There's the Oda clan. So that's your boy Nobunaga. And then the Tokugawa. They shouldn't be called the Tokugawa yet. He didn't call them that until later. He didn't rename it that until later. Imagawa. The Hojo. But then my boys up here to the north, Clan Date, with our dude Masamune Date. Yeah, he's my boy. So, always gotta go with Date clan. That first time I played Shogun 2 Total War, I didn't know nothing about the Warring States period of Japan yet. All I knew was Date was blue, and the homeboy had a big-ass fuck-off crescent moon helmet. And I was like, yeah, those my boys right there. So always gotta go Clan Date. We'll do intermediate. Honestly, swordsmanship is really fucking easy because, so these are your stats. Swordsmanship is easy because it's just the one-on-one dueling, which, as explained, is probably the easiest gameplay in the game. Generalship is the battle, and that is kind of what I always want to, like, get an early start on, because the battling, because, like, that gameplay is rough. So I want as much of a lead on that as I possibly can. Honor, again, going back to the Ghost of the Tsukiyomi, Ghost of the Tatsunoko versus Capcom, to Samurai, honor was reputation. So really, honor is just like the renown that you gain for doing great deeds. So we'll get more into that later. And then land is basically your wealth, and it dictates how many soldiers you can maintain. So, like, I'll explain it as we get into it, but I'm gonna go with generalship just because I hate grinding fucking army points. So, we're part of Clan Date, but we start from the bottom up. And here's the part of this game where I'm like, in a modern-day version of this game, I would love an option where at the beginning of the game, you choose to either start out as a retainer, as we are here, or you can start out as a ronin and kind of travel the land, and then eventually become, pledge yourself to a retainer and become employed to a samurai lord later on if you so choose. But in this game, you start out, you choose a clan, boom, you're a samurai retainer. So a Hatamoto is sort of like a lieutenant of the daimyo who is actually in charge. So our boy Date is at the top, and he's the daimyo, and then Sozo is one of Date's boys, and now we're one of Sozo's boys. So we got, what? How would you translate that? Like, king, duke, count? Yeah, we're a count. And this is our duke. And then these are our fellow duke. These are our fellow counts. These are our rivals. We gotta compete with them and work amongst them in order to rise up the ranks. God, 100 warriors. God damn. And he's aggressive. 78. Everyone's starting out with a bunch of dudes. Barely adequate honor. So we have a vast fief and have 45 samurai under our domain. So this screen basically means we're at home right now. So you can decide what you want to do during, like, the turn. And believe it or not, this is a turn-based game. First, we're going to show another screen, which is the Date clan. So we're all the way here at the bottom, because we have not proven ourselves yet. But on this screen, we can see our stats and all of the information about us. So we're a samurai of Clan Date, a vassal of Lord Sozo. We are youthful. That means we're, you know, fresh-faced. We've recently come of age. And our location is we're currently at our estate. So we're at our home base. We have 45 loyal warriors in our army. So if we ever went out and went into the battle screen, that would dictate how many people we have in our little Total War battle gameplay. And we have a vast fief, which is great. So we start out with a massive amount of land and money. We have no family yet, we don't have a wife or children, and we own no hostages, and we'll get into that later. So under assets, these are our stats. So the sun, the symbol on the far left is the sun, sort of like a rising sun. That is our honor. And the honor goes up by us performing great deeds and, like, increasing our reputation. The symbol next to it looks kind of like a plant. That's our land. So the land dictates how many soldiers we can support. So the symbol next to that, which looks kind of like an upside-down bowl or like a hat, that is how many soldiers we have. So that is a representation of how many army, samurai units that we have. And we can only ever support as many hat units as we have plant units. So you can't have more samurai, you can't have more hats than you have plants, because you can't feed your samurai, you can't feed your army without the rice fields to generate that food. And then the fan is our generalship. We took an early lead on that, thank God, because usually it starts really low. And then to the last symbol looks kind of like a sword. That's our swordsmanship. Really not important because, like I said, dueling in this game is fucking easy. And then we can also review the stats of all of our fellow retainers. Essentially, these are our rivals, because the core gameplay loop of the game is we want to rise to the top. We want to become Shogun. So the idea behind the game is you start out as a retainer, you eventually succeed your lord and become the Hodomodo. We succeed Lord Sozo, basically. And then we work directly under the daimyo with Lord Date. And then eventually we want to succeed Date and become the new daimyo. And then we can vie for control of Japan in a real Total War style campaign. But this is made by Microprose. So it really is kind of open and freeform, and you can really kind of do whatever you want. If you want to roleplay and just be a loyal retainer and not try and vie for control, you can do that. You can choose to not play the Game of Thrones and not try and increase your position and just live as like a lone, loyal retainer. I think eventually you kind of have no choice but to become a Hodomodo, because eventually you're just, like, the Hodomodo's gonna die, and you're gonna be the next dude. You're gonna be, like, the top boy. So really, like, eventually that's just what's gonna happen. But you never have to become daimyo. That's not forced upon you. That's just like, well, that's, you know, the game is designed with the intention of you eventually becoming the daimyo and trying to, like, take over Japan and become shogun. So again, take this idea of, like, we're at our estate right now. Instead of it just being like a kind of static menu, imagine that you're actually playing your character in your estate. Very like Assassin's Creed style, like you're at your villa in Assassin's Creed 2, right? And you can walk around and, like, interact with NPCs in order to do all of these options. You can go to an NPC and tell them to go out and recruit samurai. You can go to an NPC and say, I want to practice my sword. And maybe at first that's just like an older swordsman kind of character, but eventually you get a son, and then you can go to your son and talk to him, and he becomes your new practicing partner because now you're training him to learn the ways of the sword, and that can increase your stats and his stats. Maybe you can go to, like, a field that's on your estate and look at troops who are, like, training with spears and drill your troops, and that increases their stats. You can donate land, which is an easy way to get honor. If you have a shitload of land, you might as well get rid of some of it, get yourself some easy honor. Maybe there's a Buddhist priest living on your estate you can talk to arrange that. Maybe there's farmers or, like, a merchant who brings in the harvest who you can talk to in order to say, like, fuck you, we're raising the tax, which basically translates to you increasing, usually to a very minor degree, the plants, your fief, because the game kind of just smushes, like, money and land together into one thing. It basically just means you have more food to feed your army, so therefore you can support more people in the field. You can support more samurai that you can have as part of your retinue. So this is something that you could easily, like, take this idea of these options and put it into a immersive style of interactive menu where you're walking around your estate talking to different characters. And maybe you can even upgrade your estate as you get more honor and more acclaim. And then what you can also choose to do is leave your estate and travel. And when you do, you can choose to either travel at the head of your troops, which basically means you're mustering your army and marching out to go onto a battle. Or you can go out alone, testing yourself against fate, and I'll explain that. Or you can go out disguised as a poor Ronin. So when you're disguised as a poor Ronin and you're traveling around, you're not gonna get any acclaim if you get into random encounters, because no one knows who you are. You're disguised as a poor Ronin. But it does allow you to engage in, like, espionage and subterfuge and shit like that. But for now, we're gonna travel alone because we want to, like, get represented, you know what I mean? So here's the map. So again, take this idea, just Ghost of Tsukiyomi's open world map. We're traveling around, like, this is our estate, this little house symbol, and then this is, like, a shrine. You can go and visit this shrine. This is another retainer's estate. We can go in here and visit him and be like, what's up, my dude? In fact, which one is this? He's old. He's a shitty old guy. You got these little, like, 3 house symbols stacked on top of each other, which look like towns. They're supposed to represent towns, and you go close to it, and boom, there's a bunch of drunken Ronin who are making insolent remarks, and we can, like, start a fight with them. Or, like, you might go to a town that's, like, being besieged by bandits, and it starts this, like, procedurally generated kind of, like, random encounter. Fucking green guys are the archers, and they're the most annoying. Well, they're not the most annoying, but they're pretty bad, because they can shoot you from far away. So yeah, really, like, the best strategy with this style of gameplay is just to kind of turtle up in a corner and let dudes come to you so that you can shoot them from across the map. It looks kind of like, it can look kind of weird. It looks almost, they're so big, they almost look like you're throwing spears. It's a bow. You're shooting a bow and arrow at dudes. Man, the recording software on the computer is, like, obscuring a part of the screen and, like, totally hiding the bottom right side of the screen. It's really pissing me off. I wish I could turn that off. You can't see it, though. Yeah, so you killed all the Ronin, and the fact that you did this, that you like, defended your honor a bunch against a Ronin, against a bunch of drunken Ronin, was known, and now your lord heard about it and said, cool, you performed an honorable act. You have gained honor by doing this random encounter. And now, as you can see, we have actually increased in rank. Now, Ichian is lower in status than we are in terms of how our Hatamoto sees us, because of that one, like, deed that we performed. This is a big cat, like, this symbol that we're standing on right now is a big castle. That's going to be relevant later once we're playing the Daimyo game. So again, we're kind of like, this is what I imagine you could have with just the, like, the Ronin style of gameplay, where you're just kind of wandering the countryside, getting into these procedurally generated, not necessarily procedurally generated, but, like, dynamic style encounters and random events and quests even, because there's also quests that are like, oh, a monk, and these are usually like proclaimed by your Hatamoto or the dude you're pledged to, and are like, oh, a monk was taken captive, go save the monk for me. And you can do that as a retainer in order to increase in status and get honor. But what if you can do that as a Ronin? What if the daimyo of whatever province you're in puts out the call and says, yo, my daughter or this monk of great renown was kidnapped by bandits, someone go save him, and you as a Ronin just passing through can decide to do that, like sort of freelance work, as just a quest you can take up. And maybe that will increase your standing and how you're viewed by that retainer, and he might decide, hey, I want to hire you and become one of my samurai. I want you to become one of my samurai. And you can be like, yeah or no. Mutsu. But because of the way this game is designed, we're kind of limited at this point. We can only roam around and explore this one province. You can't go to different provinces and fuck around with other clans and stuff like that. Not yet. We're limited to just this one province where we serve our current Hatamoto / daimyo. Getting into random encounters. But take this idea and just expand it out. And you can roam all the way across Japan in an open world, kind of like Witcher 3 or Ghost of Tsushima style open world, getting into random encounters, going to towns, and like getting embroiled in whatever shenanigans are going on in that town, or like making relationships with different retainers and samurai clans, stuff like that. Wouldn't that be cool? You meet a monk whose behavior is most unusual and violent. I can move your head. Draw your sword in defense of honor. Yeah. Now we're dueling. Fuck you. You ain't got shit. You ain't got shit. You ain't got shit. Let's come at you. I'm gonna come at you. So again, like, take this idea of samurai honor that fucking Ghost of Tsushima is trying to posit, where it's like, the fight itself must be honorable. Like, you gotta call out the dudes and be like, oh, fuck you, I'm gonna fight you and look you in the eye. To real samurai, like, to fucking Jin Sakai and Hollywood Samurai, the fight itself must be honorable. But in real life, to real samurai, the fact that it's a fight is the only thing that matters. You gain honor by winning fights and like increasing your reputation and your status. That's the only thing that matters. So while we were running around doing all that shit, our other retainer, our fellow, our peers were also doing their stuff. Because like I said, this game is actually turn-based. So, Reihei here, River City here, is getting attacked by the Eco Iki. We have improved our status. So let's recruit some samurai. Ooh. A modest woman with a family of barely adequate honor. Fuck that. I'm not gonna marry someone of barely adequate honor. I'm not into that at all. We're gonna equip samurai until our lord puts out the call. We increase status. Oh, you lost status. Even just recruiting more soldiers allowed us to increase our status in the eyes of our Hatamoto. So what you can also do, who do I not like? He's cautious, but I don't not like him. Look at this guy. His heir is an old man. Mature. He's aggressive. I'm gonna go to Reihei's castle. He's dealing with fucking attackers right now anyway. So we're gonna travel disguised as a poor Ronin, go to Reihei's castle, and do some fucking subterfuge-ass shit. Because fuck this guy. He's above us in status. He's above us in status, so we don't have to just try and increase our own status by improving our own art. We can also advance in rank by tearing other people down. So we can incite the local peasants to rebel and, like, make him lose land and make him lose the ability to feed his soldiers. Or we can sneak in and take a hostage, or even assassinate him, or just do something that will make him lose honor in the eyes of our boss. But we're gonna take a hostage from his family. We're gonna take his son, because I fucking want to do that. So yeah, you can totally sneak in like a fucking ninja. Ooh, such honor. Going to someone who ostensibly is your co-worker, sneaking into his estate, and kidnapping a member of his family. And that will make him not only lose honor, but he will now be beholden to us, because we will hold a member of his family hostage. Okay, we're gonna turtle up right here. This would probably be the best, most defensible position. Because they're all coming. The alarm has been sounded. In fact, we might be able to, like, get him to give us land. Or, if we hold one of his family members hostage, we can be like, don't fuck with me, or I'll kill your kid. Obviously. Fuck you. But, like, first of all, we're not gonna get found out. But it wouldn't matter, because if we were able to sneak in and steal this guy's family member right from out from under his own estate, he's still gonna lose honor, because, wow, you're so weak of a samurai that someone was able to sneak in and kidnap your family member. You suck. You're definitely losing honor for that. You're definitely gonna be seen as less honorable because of that. Boom, kidnapped. I don't know who this is, but you're mine now. I'm taking you with me. I'm taking you back to Purple Land. Okay, here's the part where I'm always worried, because, like, I put him down. How am I gonna open the door without putting him down? Practice this. Okay, there we go. I always fuck that up. I always accidentally put them down and then open the door. You treat your hostage with respect, but only receive cold courtesy in return. Okay, so our lord is putting out the call, muster your army so that we can take out these monks who are causing trouble. So if we answer the call and bring our troops to bear, and answer, like, what our lord has put out the call for, that's going to be a huge boost of honor for us. And we have 90 dudes, so we might be able to do it. I'm going to try and get a little bit more. Ooh, a modest one from a family of great honor. Tamamo. I'm going to... I'll try and get 3 more. Okay, we got 100 dudes. Oh yeah, so, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. So, Lords, imagine this, but you're playing as a Ronin. You're not a retainer. Lord Sozo puts out the word that a priest has been abducted. Maybe as a Ronin, you can go and just take on that task and get paid for it. Mountain Blade style, right? Anyway. Yeah, Mountain Blade is probably the another really good comparison to what... Just take Mountain Blade, but it's with samurai. Boom. Done. Anyway, we're going to travel at the head of our troops this time. And we're going to go to Sozo's digs. And we're going to be like, yeah, let's go to battle. Let's do it. We're going to go to battle against those monks. We got 100 dudes. This should be good. Oh, wait, no. This is me rescuing the priest, actually. My bad. So this is like a rice paddy, which is like really crazy in terms of like mobility. Walking across the rice paddies is like really slowing you down. But it makes for good choke points, because now they really don't want to have to walk through the rice paddies to get at you. So you can find a good spot and really like control which direction the enemies are going to come at you from. But again, I want you to watch this old DOS game, and its old DOS game gameplay. And I want you to imagine a world where this is being made with modern technology and modern gameplay conventions. And again, take, like, even just Ghost of Tsushima. Take Ghost of Tsushima, Ghost of the QB, and this works, that game's gameplay works just fine with the conceit of what this gameplay is offering. Does it not? I just want someone to make Sword of the Samurai, but with, like, an open world, modern day style of game. Oh no. We can't, I guess we were too late. Yeah, someone else already, Reihei, River City there's already doing the campaign. He already took credit. He's gonna do the monk thing. Okay, that's fine. So we're gonna... Yeah, we're gonna marry Tamamo. And yay, we got married. So, like, really, in this game, it's very, very simplistic. It's just about getting an heir. Although she can also have daughters, and you can marry those daughters away in order to, like, improve your relationship with your fellow retainers in order to play the game of Thrones. But really, she's just... Oh, us getting married causes to fall out of favor? I don't know what that's all about. Yeah, okay. Uh-oh. He might be coming to take our shit. So we're defending our land against some dudes, but like, oh my gosh. What even is the point of you, dude? What even is the point of you? Oh, they were hitting. They were hitting. They were hitting. Yeah, so very, very rough, rudimentary gameplay, but again, imagine this with, like, I don't know. Again, Mountain Blade actually seems like it would be a really good example of how you can do this style of gameplay. Mountain Blade, Blade Storm, even some of the more down-to-earth Dynasty Warriors games. So we're at our estate, and we have a sexy young wife. We've got a hostage. Maybe we can go visit Oh wait, no, his whereabouts are unknown, and he moderately dislikes us. So he's probably gonna come and, like, try and kidnap his kid back. How much land do we have? I don't know because... Oh, yeah, we actually don't have as much land. Oh, probably because we had to give some away to get our wife. I'm gonna raise my taxes. Ooh. Just so cool. Okay, so obviously our son is gonna be named Foxeh the Second. It's the dead of night. Yep, I knew it. Rihei is here. River City Ransom is here to save his son. So our enemies, our rivals, can come in and do the same thing that we did to them. Oh no, he's gonna... Fuck you, ninjas! Ninjas! Fuck off! No, you ain't getting your kid back. You ain't getting your kid back. Fuck you. Fuck you! So we met, so I knew he was going for the kid. He was going for the hostage. He was coming to save him. So now we must duel. It comes down to this. Fuck you. Fuck off. You ain't got shit. You ain't got shit. Look at this. Look at, oh, just devastation. Absolute devastation. There's nothing you can do. There's no hope for you. I've destroyed you. So he had to give us land. He had to give us some land in order to get free. We still have his son hostage. And Lord Sozo found out about it and was like, wow. Good job getting caught, idiot. Like, he's not in trouble for doing something bad. He loses face because he got caught. That's what it's all about. The game of this game understands samurai honor way better than fucking Ghost of the Tsushima. This game gets it. It's all about reputation. It's all about status. It's all about accruing, like, social currency. And it's not about doing good things. It's about being seen. It's not about doing great things. It's about being seen as great. Man, I jumped up real fast. So, Rihei probably doesn't like us. Yeah. I don't really care, though. Because eventually he's gonna die, and I have his heir. You can, like, go to... In fact, it might not be worth it at this stage, but you can go to your fellow retainers' households and, like, improve your status improve your friendship with them. And if they like you, they will be less inclined to, like, act against you. So you don't have to just do, like, subterfuge stuff. You can make friends. And if someone's a friend with you, they will want to support you. And they won't try and, like, do duplicitous, nefarious shit to, like, tear you down. Is there anything... Yeah, let's go lead our troops and answer the call that Sozo put out. So's in here. Yeah, so if we have a daughter, eventually you might get approached and be like, hey, I want to marry your daughter. And you can be like, sure. And that will hugely, hugely increase your friendship with that person. So here we go. We still outnumber them by a lot, but... yeah. Katana is usually my favorite stratagem to go with. Whoop. Back up. Back up, archers. There we go. Yeah, this is the only gameplay where I'm like, it's a little rough. It's a little rough around the edges. It's a little of its time. Like, something that truly would be like the realist modern manifestation of this style of gameplay would be Total War, obviously, but I'm thinking in terms of like major console release games. Yeah, so we increased our land. What? How did I fall out of favor? Shenanigans, I say. So let's go over to Rihei. Let's go over to River City here with our troops. Oh, he already drove off the intruders. Oh, and he's coming to steal our shit. Let's not do that because this guy's gonna come and try and sneak into our house again. So let's get back home as quick as we possibly can. Ooh, a new son. It doesn't really matter what his name is. Because, yep, once again, he's sneaking in our house. He really wants his son back. I guess I relate. Oh no, 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 no. Fuck you, ninjas. Oh no, oh no. Ninja starts! Get out of here. Fuck you. Whew. Head him off at the pass. Motherfucking ninja threw a ninja star at us. If you get hit twice, you're dead in that style of gameplay. Once again, it's Rihei trying to save his son. It's not gonna happen, my dude. Oh, we start out with damage because of the ninja star. Fuck you, Rihei. You ain't got shit. Your posture is no match for my fucking shinobi skills. Oh, devastation. Devastation! Did he die this time, or did I just release him again? Yeah, we just released him again, and we got more fucking land. I think we are, like, capped out in terms of our land. Let's definitely, recruit more people. And look at how high our sword is. We got a lot of good stats right now. We're the top contender to succeed our lord. Because once our lord dies, we will be chosen as the next... We're gonna definitely rustle up some new guys. An assassin has been cornered. Maybe... I'm not sure what Rihei's plan is. He might be going to campaign. Okay, he's going to campaign. He's not coming to attack us. That's what I was worried about. I don't think he's coming to attack us. That's the other thing. Because it's basically a turn-based game, you can't really interact with your rivals on the map. We're gonna go kill the assassin. We can't really interact with our rivals on the map. So, like, Rihei, River City there, was, like, going with his army. We can't really, like, run into him on the map. But that would be something cool that a modern-day game of this style would be able to do, yes? You would be able to, like, cut him off, or, like, go Of extreme honor. Nice. And while we're here, and Rihei's here also, let's go see him. And, in a certain oh, because we have his kid, we can go and talk to him and be like, you gotta do what I say. And we gotta tell him, proclaim your high esteem. He's real mad. Let's go see Rihei again and tell him he's a cocksucker and I hate him. I challenge you to a duel! So now we're dueling him. And once again, because the duel system is just actually broken as fuck. Can't keep it up forever, dude. Oh, you got nothing. You got nothing. Can't do shit. Can't do shit. You ain't got nothing. Ain't got nothing. Ain't got nothing. Oh no. Oh no, he's real mad. He's real mad because I stole his son. Fuck off. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, this is the final countdown. This is a big moment. We can do it. We can take him down. Yes! Fuck you. Ooh, that was clutch. That was clutch as fuck. But now that motherfucker is dead. And now his son has become leader. His son, who was our, Oh, and he gets all the credit. That's funny, because the last thing his dad did before I fucking murdered him. So, presumably he's not our hostage anymore. Yeah, we had to let him go so that he could go be the new boy. And he intensely dislikes me. Probably because I killed his dad and held him hostage for a long period of time. I can't imagine why. At his estate, cautious. So this guy's really turtling. This guy's an old man, so like he barely even matters. As soon as our lord dies, we're gonna become the next Toyotomi. So we're just gonna enjoy ourselves here. What are our stats right now? We could be higher in terms of our generalship. But I'm just gonna equip Samurai. Yep. You're a Samurai. If ignore these thinly veiled threats. Fuck off. In fact, so here's what you can do. Because I'm next in line to become the Hoyotomi, we can travel as a Ronin and sneak into our lord's manor and fucking assassinate him. So let's go ahead and do that, just as like a vertical slice of what this game offers. So now our task, is to find our lord in wherever he may be, in his manor here. And assassinate his ass. So really we just want to make a bum rush for the stairs, in this case. Fuck you. Yeah, so like this is supposed to kind of be a stealth section, but the stealth is real fucking bad and rudimentary. So and it can't really support it. So really it kind of just like I have no idea what dictates whether or not the alarm gets sounded. It's real weird. I gotta admit, I don't really... It doesn't work very well at all. But ostensibly, we're supposed to be sneaking in. It doesn't really work that way, though. It really doesn't work out that way. Ooh, shit. Fucking spear dudes, that you do not want to engage spearmen in melee, because they have a much longer reach than you do. Fuck. Almost shot us with bow and arrow. Yellow dudes are the easiest to deal with no matter what distance they are from you. You really want to take out arrow dudes first, because they will shoot you with arrows. You don't want to have to engage spear dudes with melee combat. Fuck off. There he is. Here is our Lord. Lord Sozo. We settle this now, old man. He's real sad because we're his best dude, but it's because of that we're now gonna fucking kill him with this really easy-ass duel system. Corner trap. Corner trap. What you got? Nothing. Nothing, Lord Sozo. He ain't got nothing. Assassinated him in the dead of night. You feel deep shame at having committed such a... Yet, at the same time, you feel a joyous liberation. Lord Sozo has been assassinated, doubtless by ninja, sent by some dishonorable enemy. But because we're the next in line, Lord Date selects us as his new Hatamoto. So now we're working directly under Lord Date. And so it's basically the same style of gameplay, but at a higher level. So now we have more land, which means we can support more warriors. We're now a duke. So now we're playing the Game of Thrones. Because now we're gunning for a seat to become the new daimyo once Lord Date dies. And this is the point in the game where you can be like, I don't want to be daimyo. I'm fine where I am. Because after Lord Date dies, even if you're next in line, your fellow retainers will still be like, no, I want to be daimyo though. Fuck you. And you can step back and let them stake their claim and become daimyo, or support one of another person's claim to become daimyo. So if multiple people try to become daimyo, you can be like, I will support you, my friend, and help your buddy become daimyo. And if you do that, he's really gonna like you, and you're gonna get like a real high seat in his new court. So the scope of the game is now, it's the same game, but now the scope is much different. I didn't mean to do that, but I guess it's fine. There's no reason not to. I wish there was a way to speed this up. Yeah, so once you get to the point where you're playing as a daimyo, you're basically playing Total War, and you're waging war to conquer the map of Japan. And it's mostly this style of gameplay from that point on. So it's my least favorite part of the game, and it's why I don't necessarily like ending up becoming daimyo that much because of that. Because, like, this style of gameplay is just really fucking on the rough side. But that is supposed to be, like, the end... Like, you win the game by becoming the new shogun. And you become the new shogun by conquering Japan as a daimyo. And honestly, like, a lot of the interesting parts of the game's gameplay kind of fall by the wayside at that stage. Because you're not really, like, playing the Game of Thrones anymore and, like, involving yourself in intrigue by, like, befriending fellow retainers and, like, doing marriage alliances and stuff like that. I mean, you can kind of do that with, like... You can perform marriage alliances between clans, but it really just becomes like a Total War game at that point. And the scope of it is really cool, how it kind of widens out further and further that way, but it's less what appeals to me about the way the game works. Yeah, let's go do that. So, if you look, the map is a little bit different now. We're still where we are, but now the map is, it's the same map, but now we are living where our old lord was living, and now this castle is where our lord is living. So we're gonna go ahead and take out these bandits just as a final little look at how cool we are. Just to prove how dope we are. And it would be cool to show, like, what happens during the Secession Crisis with, once Date dies. So we might go ahead and assassinate Date just to make that happen, just to show. Maybe if we do this, we'll, like, increase our status and become, like, the next in line to become Daimyo. We'll see. Because you'll see, like, when you become the Hatamoto, it really just comes down to, were you the next highest, were you, like, the favored retainer? Yes or no? When it comes down to replacing the daimyo, it really becomes a matter of, like, might makes right at that point. And it's real nifty. How you can just be like, nah, I'm good. I'll just stay a Hatamoto. I will pledge myself to the guy who actually does become daimyo. Thanks, I'm good. Yeah, so let's go ahead and assassinate Lord Date. Actually, while we're here, let's go ahead and do a tea ceremony. So yeah. Ooh. Yeah, he wants to become our son-in-law. He wants to marry our daughter. So yeah, let's do that. So now this dude is our buddy. Intensely friendly. Because his wife is our daughter. So now we have 2 sons, a son-in-law. So now this guy will support us. And not try and do bad stuff to us. So that's cool. Got to show that. So, let's leave Date's castle as a poor Ronin and go back in and assassinate the fuck out of our lord once again. Because old habits die hard. And we're either going to succeed, and I get to show what happens when a new daimyo has to be chosen, or I'm going to lose and immediately lose the game. Because if you fail to assassinate your lord, they slaughter your whole family. And if they slaughter your whole family, the game is over. Because if your character dies or retires, your son can take over your place. So you start playing as your son. So if you fail and die due to whatever game, like let's say you lose an encounter too many times and just straight up get murked. Whoop. No, let's just go for the stairs actually. You guys have fun. Yep, a good spot to turtle, I think. Ooh, shit. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Phew. So yeah, if your character dies, you can continue the game and start playing as your son, but he does have low stats. Lower stats, so you have to, like, work yourself back up. But again, wouldn't it be interesting in a modern-ish game redo of this that you could, like, interact with your son at your estate and work on increasing his stats? So you know, like, if my character's getting old and is gonna die soon, maybe I want to spend my time working to increase my son's stats. So, like, my next character who I'm playing as is gonna be, like, more, like, have a better head start. You can do interesting stuff. Like, this game would be so fucking amazing to, like, do a modern rendition of. That's what I want. I want Sword of the Samurai 2020, 2022. Fuck! Whew, close one. Fuck off, Spearman. Ain't got shit. Ooh, shit. It's an even bigger castle. Oh, no. Fuck off. Ooh, okay, this is a great spot. This is a great spot to turtle up. They can only come at me from one direction. Just like the band. And there's no way for them to come in through that room. So we can just stay here and let them come to us. Lovely. Come at me, fucker. Come at me. You ain't got shit. You got bow. You got a fucking bow and arrow. You ain't got nothing. Oh shit, I got hit. Oh no. Oh no. This has gone very bad for me. It's gone very bad for me. Ooh, this is a good defensible spot, though. Don't get hit by a bow. Don't get hit by a bow now! No! Okay, well. Well, we lost the game there. Our family's gonna get slaughtered. Yep, there we go. So, that's Sword of the Samurai. That is a really good game. Even, I think it's very old. It's from the fucking, it's 89, 1989. This game's from before I was born. So it's limited by the technology available at the time. But I still think this game's fucking amazing. This is the closest gaming has gotten to my ideal samurai game. Just take this, put like modern gameplay-inize it with an open world and like modern gameplay mechanics and gameplay systems, a nemesis system from like Shadow of Mordor. I think Shadow of War actually had like a war system. Take Shadow of War, but make it samurai in this, and with like a Witcher 3 style open world where you can go around to like different towns and stuff and get different side quests. And also, it's Usagi Yojimbo, so they're furries. And that would be my ideal samurai game. Someone make that. No? Okay. I guess Ghost of Tsushima is fine. I guess it's fine. This is what I would want, though. Ghost of Tsushima is a fine game, but this is what I want. This is the samurai game that I want to be made. One day.